and he can go back for episode 3. So and this comes into the night after some big UFC fights. So I am still trying to recover. In the last couple weeks, we've had a move from one house to another, and literally for 2 weeks after this, I've just been wanting to lay in the chair. And this is all I'm thinking about as I watched Connor McGregor come out last night. And the first move this guy wants to try in a comeback is a flying scissor kick, or what was the Karate Kid? The
crane kick.
The crane kick. Yeah, this is the first move out of the box that this guy, I mean, steps forward, right? They ring the bell, 2 steps forward each, and they're squaring up. This is what he comes out with. Blows out a knee. Right away, everyone's disappointed. I mean, they see it there, because if you didn't watch the fight, here's what happened too. Like, he comes out and he does this, he falls, and it just kind of looks like, okay, bro came out, did this, and fell, like lost his balance or whatever. Yeah, slipped, whatever. You don't really see it, but then he regains composure, I guess, stands back up. But then there's 2 more moves, 1 more kick and a punch that he tries to throw, which both he falls down on. So now you're like, okay, something's up here. I bring up this moving thing to say, initially, I just want to rip on this guy, like just like kind of it being pathetic. But I'm like, man, now I'm older than Connor by 5 years, I guess, 6 years. But I'm trying to picture myself even 6 years ago, jumping in an octagon and trying to fight. Ain't happening.
Yeah.
So I kind of do feel bad for him in a way. I mean, that it went like this, because it's like, man, you came out, you tried to do something, and you got hurt. You didn't even get to start. I mean, the fight never started, so.
I bet he still got paid.
You know he did. But the reason now, so there's 2 sides of this, is what I'm trying to say. Is there's a part of me, going back to my moving story, where I'm laid up even as I'm watching the fight. I'm in said recliner, and I'm like, and then this happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, if I did that kick, my hip is done. It's in 2 separate pieces. And at least he was even able to walk away, because that ain't me. They're coming in to carry me out. But the other part of this is, if you know Connor McGregor, and I don't know how you don't, even if you don't watch UFC, if you know this guy, there is months or weeks in this case, because this one did kind of come up pretty fast. He kind of shot out like, hey, I'm coming back. It was a few weeks and then the fight. So, but with him is so many theatrics. It's so big. It's just, I mean, his mouth never stops moving. There is so much crap talk, and so then that starts to play in, like, okay, bro, you came back in here, you played the same game. He did his signature strut into the ring last night, and that happens. So it's just, it's crazy. Now, the fight itself, or the night itself rather, was, man, it was disappointing even just to sit and watch. So now Paramount has all those fights, which is awesome. If you have Paramount, you don't have to pay the $80 every time there's one of these fights. So it's cool to be able to watch him. But now there's obviously an arena full of people, and they're there to watch this fight. The fight before the McGregor fight is the Patty fight, who is another conversation, because Patty also likes to talk noise, but it's completely different. We can dive off in later to the difference, I guess, if you do know the difference between Patty and McGregor when they
I am not familiar with the Patty guy.
Okay, Patty, he's fun. I mean, he's just so funny. I mean, it's impossible not to like this guy. He talks noise, but all he does is he don't break other people down. He just builds himself up higher than anyone could ever build themselves up. He's so good at just talking noise and being funny about it. But again, he ain't attacking other people. He's just talking about himself. I mean, there's definitely no lack of confidence. But he comes out in the fight before, right? So Patty, in his last fight, fought Justin Gaethje, and it was bad. Again, if you haven't watched that, it was probably one of the worst beatings I've seen a person take in the UFC. And it went through. He didn't get knocked out. He didn't get submitted. I mean, he took a beating it was a 3-round fight. But anyway, he just got beat bad. So this was his he was coming back off that fight. He's ranked number 6. He's fighting number 5. And he wraps him up kind of like a boa constrictor within 51 seconds in a chokehold. And it's over. And it was awesome to see Patty come back and win like that. But at the same time, it was just disappointing. Going back to my point is, it's a 51-second fight. And then now you're like, okay, well, that crap. I wanted to watch Patty fight. He won quickly, but now we got the main event coming up. So now we circle back to the main event. If you paid money and you're sitting in there, you sat through all these prelims, and sometimes prelims have badass fights. As a matter of fact, I'll say that the majority of fights or events, UFC events I've watched, the better fights were the prelims.
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes for a main event to live up to expectations. They build them up so damn big, right? And then they get in there. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, since you were the one that watched it, did you watch all of them yesterday? Did you watch the
No, I didn't.
Gable Stevenson fight?
I
It was one of the prelims.
So,
that dude's going to be.
And
so I forgot that he had started that. I knew who he was from, college wrestling, Minnesota, and all that stuff, and USA. Man, that
so he
dude's
came
gonna
from
be,
where Brock Lesnar came from,
yeah, I think it's where he
right?
went to school.
Is it
Yep.
you saying he?
Minnesota?
Oh, okay.
Not wrestling, right?
Like real.
Is there a
Shut up,
James? Would you please break down the difference between wrestling and wrestling?
And wrestling.
Like, I think wrestling involves some sort of large animal. I don't think that's too.
It does. Exclusively large animals.
Wrestling. But no, yeah, I did anyway. To answer your question, DJ, no, I didn't. But this morning, as I was going back, I wish I would have. I didn't turn it on till the Patty fight, but
it would have been.
Yeah,
his didn't last long either. He knocked the dude out in the first round, in a few seconds. He's like world class at wrestling, and I guess he's been training with John Jones now. And that the other guy's name, okay. So he's been working with him, but it seems like the fights that the UFC style fights that he's been taking, he's been working more on just stand up and beat the crap out of somebody. And he's just, man, when he puts some hands on them, it's
if he's already got the grappling down, then
and that's the thing.
His game.
He's not worried about if someone tries to take him down, then it's like, okay, now you're in my wheelhouse. So, yeah, I think he's going to be fun to watch if somebody can challenge him. He's a heavyweight.
What was his name?
Gable Stevenson.
Gable.
I don't think there's an N in there.
Okay. I'll pay attention. So we're talking about this. And honestly, this is the first conversation. We've all known each other. I mean, you and DJ and James longer than me. But even with me, I mean, how long have we known each other? I guess 30 years. I mean, anyway, okay.
Do we really need to go into when we know each other?
The only reason I bring this up, because no one cares other than us, is just this is the first UFC conversation we have ever had, ever in all that time. So I don't know what you guys know about it, and I don't know much about it. And I say all that to bring up the fact that the reason, I guess, so Caden, my son, he loves this stuff. I don't know how he got into it or why. But for probably, I would just say the last year-ish, we've been catching all these things. And typically he's like, at first, he's kind of watching them. And if I'm walking by, I'm kind of like, oh, cool. And he's trying to explain people to me. And I just knew the main names. Like, again, Connor McGregor, even if you don't watch it, just because, he's just all over the place. But as I started paying attention to it and actually started liking some of these guys again, to bring up Patty, I mean, it's for real sometimes. Again, not every fight can be what you want it to be. Last night being a perfect example.
Yeah.
I mean, of just kind of but sometimes, and maybe the fight you're talking about that I need to go back and watch every once in a while, some fighters get in there and it's like, when you see it and you get that kind of action, it's awesome. It's good. So I don't know, I guess, just as far as the UFC is concerned, I mean, it's impossible. You're trying to match people up, for what you think is going to be a great fight. Again, that McGregor fight with Holloway, the first time they fought was like 13 years ago. So this has been a rivalry as far as the UFC goes, or as far as they go. This has been one for a long time. And them two dudes, McGregor won the first fight. So, I mean, they've got some history, and neither one of them want to lose to the other. So there was a lot of anticipation, I guess, for me, even the little bit I know about it leading up to that fight, knowing just a little bit of the history. So I did see this morning, going back to Patty. So as the McGregor fight's happening, Patty's so just say you fight. I don't know what this looks like, but you go into a fight, right? And you win, lose, doesn't matter, but you're one of the bigger names. You go backstage now, or you're out of the, wherever you go after that. And you've probably got 15, 20 different interviews you got to do. So Patty's in one of these interviews still. I mean, this is 15, 20 minutes after his fight, still doing interviews. And he's live with whoever when somebody in the back Like, you guys can go look up the video. I should have just saved it so I could pull it up here, but somebody in the back, as he's talking behind, like, the cameraman, just kind of mentions to him, like, "Hey, that fight's already over." And he's kind of stops and he's like, "What?" And you can't really make out what the other person's saying, but what they're telling him is, "Hey, McGregor got hurt. That fight's over. Didn't last but a few seconds, whatever." And he's kind of like, he's like, "Oh my God." And then he just kind of pans to the camera and he goes, "Well, he's finished. Here's the new face of the UFC." And then he goes, "How about that Patty fight?" He's like, "Patty did pretty good," and that's what's so funny about him. Like, again, he's not, if you watch some of these, what, I don't know what they even call, like, the face-offs when they have, like, the presser, and the two guys are just going back and forth, and
where they weigh in and
a
all
lot
that.
yeah, and a lot of people are just like, it's scripted. I don't know that it's scripted, but they kind of tell these guys, hey, kind of go at each other, right? Because we want to make this a show. And they do. And it's almost to a ridiculous, like, WWE type, like,
wrestling.
kind of a little out of hand. Yeah, wrestling. It kind of gets a little bit out of hand. It's like, man, they're attacking they're talking about their families, their religion, their origins. They're trying to get the deepest cut they can possibly get and the most outlandish things they want to say. And again, this will be it on Patty. Patty don't do that. Patty, literally, this guy is almost stand-up comedy when he talks. Very witty. What he says it's not offensive at all. It's like, okay, I laugh every time this guy talks. So for me right now, as a UFC fan who's fairly new, but pays attention, Holloway, badass fighter. I like that guy a lot, but Patty is kind of my guy. I'm a huge Patty fan. So, Gaethje, who just fought in it was the White House fight or whatever. If you guys don't know, Gaethje's from here. He's from Greeley, trains out of Denver, but he was, last week or the week before when I was down there in Texas. After that White House fight, Gaethje was here in Greeley. The Texas Roadhouse here had a bunch of pictures with him, like the staff and everything. So Gaethje's another guy I like. He's at the end of his. I think he's holding 2 belts right now, and like I said, I think he's just done. So he's another guy I wish I would have followed, I guess, through his career, and I didn't. But anyway, get on the Patty train, guys.
Yeah, I'm definitely a very casual watcher of UFC. So if I think there's a good fight, I'll watch it. Otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll catch it on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not even casual. I hadn't watched it in forever. For a while, I was really into it, but I kind of got tired of how into it other people get and get kind of weird about it. Plus, it's expensive.
They're too into it.
Yeah,
how they all wear
to the point where they
that everybody had.
Yeah, that kind of shit. Yeah, and plus also the prices for that. Like you were saying, I mean, it kind of goes back to like when Tyson was in his heyday and having those pay-per-view fights, and it would last like 15 seconds, and he would knock some nobody out, and you're like, I'm glad I didn't pay for that shit.
Yeah.
Same thing with that, because you never know what you're gonna get.
Speaking of Tyson, bringing it back to McGregor, kind of with the same thing. We're just money grab, right? Just like maybe his whiskey or whatever he makes ain't selling all that well, so he needed some cash. So jump in a fight.
Or are you talking about McGregor's whiskey?
McGregor, yeah.
Oh,
McGregor.
I was about to say Tyson grows his.
Yeah, Tyson has weed.
Yeah, why McGregor decided to jump into the back in the ring.
Cash. I honestly think, and James, maybe you were about to say this or touch on it, but McGregor, to me, and again, the reason I just can't fully buy into Connor is it's all ego with this guy. There's no way he needs money. He's got plenty. That dude's got yacht money. Whatever that would be. I mean, he's got all kind of disposable income.
He's got that Roadhouse remake money.
Yeah, Connor literally wants to be.
Horrible actor, by the way.
I've never watched it, so
don't.
I can't say. But yeah, I mean, no, it's an ego thing for him. I know he wants to be that guy. It's just
So last night, because I flipped over there when you started texting about it. So the McGregor thing is all I caught. I kind of stopped watching UFC as he was kind of blowing up, and I don't like cocky jackasses like that. You're the only
Really?
cocky jackass
I'm
I can
finna say.
tolerate, John. So I'm not a huge fan of his, although I do respect the skill because he was a badass in his heyday. But watching last night, I'm sure made a lot of people happy and laugh and everything. But as someone who has long since passed 40, a guy that has been off for 5 years and trying to do that as he's approaching 40, I feel for the guy because
feel for him.
I would not.
Someone should have been in his corner going, "Hey, bud, you're at the age that you need to think about every action, every movement you're going to make, and what you may pull."
That's the thing. And Rogan and the other, I can't remember the other dude's name. We're talking about it afterwards. They're like, what was he even thinking trying that right out of the gate at his age and after that layoff? Why would you even do that?
Flashy.
Like,
he kept saying, and he said it like 2 or 3 times throughout the day, leading up to the fight. Like, and it, I mean, just
Kaden,
certain parts, like he's coming through the tunnel, then he's in his dressing room, kind of bouncing around, warming up. But 2 or 3 times throughout the day, he's like, the world's about to see something they've never seen. And after watching that, seeing honestly, what I think his plan was, maybe he watched some tape of Holloway, like several fights. I don't know how this goes. And
that he don't protect
I think in
himself
his mind,
from that.
Yeah, I think in his mind, he thought, I'm going to come out with this wicked kick and I'm going to end Holloway in 5 seconds. And that's it. And people are going to be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I think that was literally his strategy.
If he would have done it, that place, the roof would have blew off because everybody was like, McGregor.
Well, and that, yeah, and that, and also, and like Rogan and the other dude were saying, or I think it was mostly the other dude. I don't know these guys. I can't remember his name, but former fighter. Yeah, former fighter. Big name fighter too. But anyways, they were talking about how nothing compares to when you've been doing this training and you step out and you're walking through all those people screaming and, the adrenaline and all that shit. So I can, I get it, but I mean, at first I kind of laughed about it and it was funny, and it still is. I mean, but I do feel for the guy. I mean, because that would suck.
Anybody know what his payday was?
I don't. I haven't heard.
I'm sure his pain ain't bothering him. I'm sure he's like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was something stupid. I did think it was funny though when James was, or I think it was James it was when you were texting about Bruce Banner's announcement taking longer than the fight. So these entrances is another thing. And to go back, it was no different with the Patty fight. I was kind of laughing because Patty's music, the smoke, the light show, everything started. I bet it was 5 minutes for that dude ever started making his way out of the tunnel. It was almost like he was finishing dinner and they started the music. He's like, just go roll it. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and finish this and my tea and just whatever. But I mean, it's funny because you're sitting there and they drag this out and then Bruce gets up there. Bruce, this guy, I don't know. Say it's like an earphone type thing. They're like, Bruce, all right, hey, we gotta, Patty just won this fight. It took 51 seconds. We were not expecting that. We're gonna need you to drag that. Buy us a little time here. Bruce did it. All he said was, "Here are the fighters. Are you guys ready to fight?" It took 25 minutes for him just to say it. It's like, wow. So I again, Bruce. I kind of get a kick out of him because you notice the little things. I'm telling Caden, my son, again, is he's making these announcements. There is no blood anywhere below his neck. It's all, his face is so red. And it's awesome
down,
because I'm like,
he's got the posture.
This dude, there's no doubt he has a stroke on live TV one day because you cannot keep doing this. But I like Bruce. So, it's just, he can really, if I ever get an entrance in anything, I won't. I'm just saying. Bruce will be my first contact. Like, I want you to come out and introduce me.
I wonder how much it would cost to get him to do the Deep Burn podcast introduction.
What was the deal? They probably still have them, but a couple of years ago, where you could go online and pay certain celebrities to do stuff or say something for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just go on there and be like, hey, Bruce, you ain't got nothing else to do until the next UFC bout.
You can have Bruce wish you like happy birthday.
Yeah.
but I've thought about that before. I mean, not thought about doing it, but I've just the thoughts. And there's no doubt in my mind, if I ever do that, either for myself or one of you guys, it's Gary Busey. I'm doing Gary Busey all day long. There's nobody in the world I'd rather call me to wish me happy birthday than Gary Busey. So I'm actually going to look into that. If they still do those, I'm doing it, and I'm hitting up Gary.
Cameo, that's what it's called.
Yeah, Cameo, that's what it was, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to pay for my own just for Gary to call and just talk to me. He's like, what am I doing the call for? I'm like, nothing. Just call and say what's up. Ask me what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think they just shoot a recording.
Yeah. Gary's so far out there, man, you might be able to do without paying him.
Yeah.
Even better.
This is your brain on drugs.
But yeah, I mean, again, what I don't want to say no, I guess you can't. I mean, it is disappointing. Those big fight nights like that, they're disappointing when they end that way. Yeah. But it was still cool. Even the build up to it, I mean, the fight obviously is the only thing that didn't happen. I had a few people text me during it, and everybody's taking Holloway. Like, they're like, hey, I'll do Holloway for 25, and I'm like, Connor, again, I'm like, the thing that I think feeds this guy being the ego and everything, I'm like, if he could have fought, I'm like, he might win this thing. Like, I think he's in the position at this point in his life too, to where he's going to take way more beating, way more whatever. Like, he's going to endure all that more than he probably would have at another time in his life, just because he wants to end it. Nobody wants to end it. If they say that's his last fight, nobody wants that to be your last fight, especially that guy. I mean, he's just so there's a part of me that feels for him more than it ever has, I guess, after that shit.
Yeah. And that, so my first, after the laughing and then sympathizing, my third stage of dealing with that fight was, my initial response was, there's no way he's going to do that again. But nobody wants to go out like that, especially him. So
maybe he'll fight a celebrity.
This guy coming out. Yeah, I see him coming back again at 41. There's no way he hangs it up like that. He comes back at 41. I don't know who he's fighting. You'll see Connor back in the ring again.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think he's the kind of guy to end it that way. I think he would have rather just come back into the ring semi-healthy and get the ever-living crap beat out of him and then end it like that than on a scissor kick or whatever. I don't know what you call that kick. Maybe, I don't know if it'd make Connor feel any better. Maybe on one of our episodes, the three of us get out in DJ's yard there behind him and we all attempt the same kick.
No.
And then do it and see how it comes out.
My employer wouldn't find it very funny when they found out that I got injured doing that.
I don't know. I feel, though, it is going to help him out. He's going to be like, see, you're not the only guy that would try that kick and then be done for like the next 4 months.
4 months, hell.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Depends on what the injury actually is, but yeah.
Yeah, Connor's been training.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's not that he's in bad shape or anything. I mean, I know that. It's just unfortunate. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the age thing is what everyone's going to jump on, but I mean, maybe it was literally just bad luck. I don't know. But again, that's why somebody in his crew should have stopped him. If that was the game plan, they should have been like, buddy, no, come on.
Yeah.
Just walk out there, do the usual, kind of jab at his glove a little bit, walk in circles for a while. I mean, kind of feel it out. Don't
look for an opening.
Yeah, exactly.
You can turn the ringer off, right?
He doesn't know.
I mean, I know that, but I've got a gaggle of kids that do not respect when I'm doing this, and it's probably Caden calling me from outside, letting me know, hey, dude, I'm about to unplug your internet again, so you should pause your podcast. I don't know.
Yes, I forgot what I was going to say since you went on that.
But anyway, so I think that's one of the things I didn't really plan on. I didn't even think about it, I guess, until last night. And we're only on episode 3 of this podcast. But one of those things when these big fights come up that we are going to talk about, or that I want to talk about, because typically every one of them that I've seen, there's something coming out of it. I'm going to look at this guy that you guys were just telling me about, Stevenson, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's no
I'm
end.
going to start paying a little attention to him. But again, it's good talk, and that's pretty good entertainment. They're doing a good job with it. So
yeah, I'll start watching it again now that I have a means of catching those fights without spending big money on them.
Something they need to
watch.
Yeah,
I don't feel like spending more money on another subscription.
I wish boxing could make a comeback of some sorts. But dead. I mean, it's just and that's the thing. I mean, it's like it's gone. Yeah. Like it's there. You know, I seen a fight the other day that I honestly, it's the one it's like got all the promos right now. I can't even tell you who the guys are. Yeah. Like, I can't be the only one not paying attention every time they start talking boxing, and I don't know how you bring that back around. Although I wish they would. You know, back in the day, it was awesome. So I don't know how you make that turn. I know Jake Paul was trying to help out with this a little bit, but again, it's one of them things that just turned into a gimmick. You know, it wasn't like, all right, we're gonna, you know, it just turned into a joke. So it's like, I don't know that you took it too far, whatever you did, but I do wish boxing would come back around to be a big thing. I don't know when and if that even ever happens. So right now, for me personally, boxing, and I've shuffled over into the soccer category, which
I got a soccer
DJ,
story.
I was gonna say, DJ, I'll let you have a few soccer minutes if you want to let the listeners know what's going on. And I will say, I can feel just around me, not for me personally, but I can feel around me, soccer has gotten bigger. I know it's huge, and I know it's a big thing. I know y'all know it's something I can't get into. But
me either.
If DJ, if you want to do the soccer update, buddy.
Okay, so
have at it.
I'm going to give you one. So I only I know a lot of people that have taken on like picking up teams or whatever and fighting. I can't do that. I literally only paid attention because it's the World Cup, and I know that's a big thing. So, and the USA
so
was
that
in
was
it.
DJ's soccer update. We're gonna go. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay, so that's the only reason I paid attention was because it was the US, and now they're out, so I don't really have much of a reason to pay attention. But then last night something interesting happened. I was told by someone really close to me that the soccer players take certain pills to help them keep going during the game. Y'all know what I was told they take? Viagra. And the person that told me that was my youngest daughter.
Which is interesting. That is a pill that you have to have some is it confidence? I don't know. You're wearing gym shorts.
Oh no. There's a reason why this conversation.
I don't know that you.
Yeah. There's a reason why she was telling her mom this, and she's like, "Look, you can tell." And I'm like, "What? What is happening here?" So yeah.
So now we know why DJ is suddenly a soccer fan.
Yeah.
Not a soccer fan.
Anymore. DJ's just scoping out any player he can tell took Viagra before the game. He's like, he did it. You can tell it's in the waistband. I see it. It's in the that is why
I was like, who told you this? Okay. And then she got it from several different people said it. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess because they're running for freaking ever. Like, I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but I guess.
So is that like an endurance thing? Like,
I think it has something to do with, helping them keep going.
Huh. Wow.
It may not be true, but that's what they said, and I thought that was funny, I was like, well.
We're going to say it's true. Deep Burn is going to put a stamp on it and say it's 100% true. Seen it happen. As a matter of fact, if we ever start doing, we try to keep these around 1 hour episodes. If we ever decide to start doing 2 hour episodes, Deep Burn may start using this same technique. We're going to start popping Viagra before every show so we can keep going.
I don't know if it'll work the same for us.
That's crazy.
Hell, I think we ought to do it now anyway.
Yeah, I'm Yahoo searching that to check to see if that's true. Yahoo's gonna know.
Yes, Yahoo.
Yahoo's never let me down.
Interesting.
Who is even left? Just to I hate feeding to this.
Says that that they do. That's what it says. There's articles.
Confirm source. Who is even left?
We nailed it.
In this tournament,
England, Argentina, and I can't. Spain and France, maybe. I think it's.
So-
I know England and Argentina. That's who played last night. That's
I know
what
they
was
made the
annoying y'all with
circuit.
the text about when Argentina kept scoring.
Yeah. So soccer kind of made its rounds, right? They were like playing in different cities, and again, in an attempt to kind of, hey, let's broaden people's horizons, let's spread this around, bring it in. And some of these, Kansas City, they played one in Kansas City, did they
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, last night.
What
Yep.
do you think the world thought of Kansas City? Because we live here in this country, and I know there's millions of people from outside of the U.S. that support soccer, watch soccer, go and see soccer. If I drive through Kansas City, I try to do it as fast as possible. And you're just, it don't matter. You're going north, south, east, west. It does not matter which direction you're heading and what could be worse on the other side. You're just trying to get through Kansas City and out. And I'm sorry, Kansas City fans, if there are any, to talk noise, but there are no way that you don't understand this. And if you don't, then we're just going to have to disagree. So you bring people from all around the world into Kansas City. And did we get a drum roll for
No,
that?
I moved my stool. Had to stand up.
But I'm just saying, so you drag everyone into Kansas City. Now, you go to Dallas. There had to be some in Dallas. I don't even know that
there was. Oh,
but surely
Dallas
Jerry,
has another game coming up.
I was about to say, surely Jerry drug that into AT&T Stadium.
You know he did.
He put the curtains up, too.
He'll do it for soccer, but
He'll do it. He will do it for everything except for his own freaking team.
But he'll let Dak stare straight into the sun.
Straight into the sun. Yep.
But I did find this funny.
Yep, put them up.
I did find it funny, though, just kind of looking at some of the places they played, and that was the main one that stood out. I'm like, Kansas City. How did you do that? Someone had to make this call and go, hey, we're going to bring this. Where'd they play? Was it Arrowhead?
They played Arrowhead, yeah.
Was it Arrowhead?
Yeah.
So you're playing at Arrowhead, and you're like, come on, no, we want to bring everyone in here. So I've been past Arrowhead. You got the Royals Stadium right next to Arrowhead, right on I-70 in Missouri, on that east side of the city. So I've been through there. I can't even count 100 times, and I bet that's low. So terrible place to bring a game where you're bringing people from all around the world to go, now come on in. So that one to me is kind of funny. Like I said, I don't know where else they played. If you played in Kansas City, though, you better have hit Cleveland and Detroit, Baltimore even, because there's no reason not to.
I think they played in Houston, didn't they?
Yeah, well, it was Houston and Dallas, LA, Arizona, I think, Seattle, New York, Miami.
Hope there wasn't a bunch of Swedes taking wrong turns in Houston.
I know, like on the regular, like the channels up here for Dallas, they were like, it seemed like all the world people that were coming here were loving North Texas. They were surprised at how nice people were. Like, just make sure you're staying in the areas they're telling you to go to.
Well, Dallas again, I can. Yeah, Dallas, I can see. Houston, I can see. There's no major city. I don't know anywhere in the whole world. I guess I don't know, but in the U.S., there's no major city where you can't make that wrong left or right and end up where you probably don't want. And that's every city, but there's so many things to do. Dallas, Houston. Your options are kind of unlimited. We're not comparing apples to apples when we throw Kansas City in there. That's my point. Is you go out to Phoenix, you get to see Phoenix if you've never been there. And I don't know if that's you said Arizona. I assume.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it's Phoenix.
You're in LA again, unlimited. World renowned. Anyone in any country knows what Los Angeles is. So the Kansas City one's the one that was crazy to me. I'm like, how do you drag everyone to Kansas City? And if you do, man, is Omaha next? Let's make the circuit here. So
Bismarck, North Dakota.
Yeah, it's so wild to me. And again, poor Kansas City. Sorry guys, as a major city, y'all got some work to do up there. So
my watching the World Cup thing being here, probably the most interesting thing for me that I've seen, of course, because I like watching baseball, is all of those fans were going to baseball games and they literally take it over. Like we've all been to baseball games. For a big part of baseball game, it's just people sitting around eating hot dogs and drinking beer, and nobody's doing anything. And these people are up, like they'll be in the nosebleeds, and they just take over. They're just doing their chants and all.
Passionate.
Yes, and it's made it fun seeing them enjoying themselves and drinking. I think the Rangers were playing in Miami a couple weeks ago, and one of the teams was there, and they showed out in the outfield, and these dudes, there was so many beer cups stacked up along the rail of all these Norwegians or wherever they were from, and I was like, dang, boy, they came here to put it away. They're having them a good time.
It makes you, and that kind of makes you wonder too, and we're not at all any more than what I'm fixing to dive into anything political, but it makes you wonder, you've got something like that where, again, you've brought in literally almost, or the majority of countries and nationalities, just different people, different upbringings, different places. You brought all that together and they make it work and they have a blast and they love it. Yet none of our countries can get along as far as the leaders go. So it's, it's like, it does kind of make you wonder, how's this working? Because we're sitting here at the World Cup with literally everybody here and it's fine. we're okay. We're stacking up beer cups. Never mind.
Also,
anyway,
I'd be willing to bet in about 9 months or so, all these cities that held those games, there's probably going to be a boost of kids being born. I think they've really been having some fun.
Because of the Viagra?
Whatever.
Because
especially
is this how it goes? You got to play the game and then just go hammer it out.
Yes. Especially the ones that were, I've seen some stuff like up in Boston, and so like all the bars and stuff around there, like those places, those traveling countries, they just take over the bars and drink all the beer, and then all the locals come down there and hang out with them, and then you know what happens. People have a little fun.
All right. Things
So
get a little out of hand.
Some random nationalities, babies being born.
All right. Well,
just send them a letter like,
liven Kansas City up a little bit.
Maybe that's the final pick.
Yep, that's funny.
Somebody else is going to teach Kansas City how to barbecue.
Yeah, that's right, Kansas City.
Don't that. Shut up, Kansas City. Kansas City knows how to barbecue.
I was going to say Texas didn't send a team up there to play soccer.
Shut up. Shut up.
Did y'all see the old photographer that got tossed in the air 8 feet by the buffalo up in Yellowstone?
I did. Yet another victim to, hey, let me grab my camera and walk up on this wild animal. And he knows we're cool. Like, and
they're
I see this here. Yeah, I see this here all the time. And you guys have probably seen the videos, like up in Estes Park and stuff. You get up there in the national park and there's an elk and you see it and you're like, that's so awesome. You're like, and it's here. So obviously it's cool with me throwing my arm over its neck and taking a selfie with it.
Yeah. Yes. I had to deal with it when we went up there that time, and we're driving up to the highest part we made it. And there was one standing right at the side of the road, and there was cars stopped and people out. And it's like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, you're just asking to get chunked off the mountain.
Yep.
Well, and it's crazy. People, even the videos, like that video we were talking about with the buffalo that just happened, people don't realize, because the videos don't do it justice, the size of these animals too. I mean, these are not small. When you're up in the national park even, and a good sized elk pokes his head out and walks across the street, your jaw kind of drops open a little bit. I mean, these are not that I want to be chased around by.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to offend him in any way. I'm going to take a quick picture from my car. I'm going to roll my window up and call it a day. So I don't understand.
Let me stand a few feet away from a 1,500-pound hunk of pure muscle.
You see it up there. You see it on these people that go on their safaris out in Africa and stuff, and they're just like, drive them up and like, oh yeah, take a picture. Like, it can come up here and get in this thing. Like, what's wrong with y'all? I'm just gonna go look at the zoo where it's somewhat safe. And then you got people that want to get in there with them. What's the deal with people wanting to get close to animals? I don't know.
So
sounded like a jerk.
I wanted to search. Yeah, and nobody knows. But this isn't the last one. This isn't the last time this happens. Again, this is
not even this month.
And it's not just this year. No. It's going to continue to happen. people are just, I
Signs
don't know,
all
common
over the
sense.
place. Do not get out of your
Common
vehicle.
sense are, not everybody gets that.
Look, it's a bear and it's got 2 baby cubs with it. They're so cute.
She's showing us her teeth. I think she's smiling. Let's go take a picture with her. She's so happy we're here. So I wanted to ask you guys, and we jumped over it a little bit, just, I mean, talking about that story, but I wanted to hit, that we were talking about the Kansas City barbecue. So I started to think just a little bit before we started talking about that, is we've kind of been in our travels to a few other places. Have either of you guys actually eaten barbecue in Kansas City? Because I know the both of you, well, I know the both of you have stopped in Memphis for barbecue. I know both of you
Briefly.
guys have, okay, and I know
Very
you guys have
briefly.
both.
Again, another place that are just kind of like, my wife is like,
well,
let's go to Graceland. Nope, it's over there.
Okay, we don't have to
that way.
discuss Memphis as a whole.
Well,
No
we did
pun
Kansas
intended.
City.
No pun intended.
We threw
Memphis,
Kansas City in the gutter. Why can't we throw Memphis in the
Okay,
gutter?
well, because we don't have to throw Memphis in the gutter.
Okay, I guess Memphis.
And
ain't as
also,
bad.
I'm kind of
'Cause it's
scared
already
to
there,
talk noise
or-
about. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of scared to talk shit about Memphis.
Yeah,
We're gonna cut
Yeah.
all this out.
Yeah, but anyways, no, I mean, it was a serious question because you guys have eaten out on the East Coast, so like the Carolina barbecue, you guys have tried that, and Carolina barbecue is like it's more of that vinegar based, you know, whatever they do out there. I mean, that I like. I mean, I think it's fine, but I'm just saying, out of the few places that are known for barbecue, you guys obviously reside in one. You guys are both in Texas. You guys have both eaten
Number
barbecue
one.
in Memphis, which is it's all right. It's debatable, and
not debatable.
you guys have both eaten in Memphis. You guys have both eaten out on the East Coast and the Carolinas. So that I was just curious, but neither one of you have actually had Kansas City barbecue or been to one of the spots.
I mean, I've
No.
been Kansas City style, but I've never been to one of the. I literally
Okay.
have never stopped in Kansas City.
That's because that goes back to our point.
Yep.
You don't. And poor Kansas City, I do. Next time I'm there, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna force myself to kind of tap the brakes a bit, which is not what I do there. And I'm gonna Yahoo search whoever the best barbecue joint is in Kansas. If anyone in Kansas
There's a
City
few.
ends up listening to this, shoot us a recommendation. I will go eat at that place, and I want to try your barbecue because that, for me, kind of like you guys, that's one place I guess I've never actually stopped and had barbecue. So I haven't stopped in Memphis either, actually, just to say that. But Memphis is another place that I'm typically gas pedal down through that place and head on the swivel. So
would it be shocking to you that on my trips out that way, I've probably stopped at more places out there that have turned into Texas barbecue than what their regional area usually cooks? Would that shock you that I picked those?
It wouldn't be shocking to me to hear you claim that it was Texas where you went.
No, they literally say Texas barbecue or Texas style barbecue. I have not had much bad barbecue.
All right. Now I'm
trips.
regretting.
I'll just say that.
I'm regretting delving into this subject because, I mean, I'm trying to mention other places. Like, can we talk about Cincinnati chili? Let's just talk about
I've never
that.
had Cincinnati
Okay,
chili.
Right. We're done.
Don't.
Can we talk about corn in Iowa? Or what do they eat out in Oregon? Soup? Like, that's what I picture. I picture they eat like a good broccoli cheddar soup. All right.
It's a seafood soup.
I want to talk about anything but Texas barbecue because I feel like as soon as I brought it up, you both pumped your chairs up 2 notches and you're like, yeah. So I don't know. Well, then you grabbed a soapbox and you jumped up on it.
Yeah, I did do that. Well, let me tell you a little bit about that.
Okay, and you know what? Don't even name names of states. Where's the best barbecue you've ever had? And again, I'm just saying, like a specific spot, not a state, not just a restaurant.
DJ's gonna
Best
say his
you've ever
backyard.
No, I'm not. But you're gonna guess it. It's best barbecue I've ever had was in Austin.
Franklin.
Yeah,
Franklin's. Yeah.
And there's so many that are really close to that or like it, but it was the first one, and so that impression is engraved and
yeah.
So
well, I don't think anyone, I guess, that knows barbecue can argue with that because Franklin's. If you do, just say, and I say barbecue. I feel kind of like and sorry, Northerners, I feel like a Yankee saying barbecue. I'm talking like when you go grab the grill for the hot dogs, you're like, hey, go throw them on the barbecue. And it's like, I don't understand why you call it that. So I always have an issue with that word altogether. But anyway, I've never been to Franklin's, never been to Salt Lick down there, even though I've been by it several times.
Me either.
All the barbecue joints for me are pretty much like your commercial, barbecue
Rudy's.
joints. So they're not, it's not that they're bad. They're not great. Except for one. I have been to Snow's Barbecue.
Oh, there you go.
And where is that at? Down in, what's the name of that town? I can't even remember it.
I want to say
I did get to go to Snow's Barbecue, but they had no brisket, so I had to get a turkey leg. And
Lexington.
That turkey leg.
It's in
okay,
Lexington,
yeah. I could eat that turkey leg every day of my life.
I've been there.
I forget
once.
the name. Yep, I forget the name of the old woman that's down there. That kind of. I think she's like Tootsie. I think she's like.
Yep.
She's
famous.
Very.
Yes.
She is seasoned, but she knows her way around that stuff. So that I would say that's, even though, like I said, I wasn't able to get like a sample platter. I wasn't able to have like their sausage.
You got to get
brisket.
there early.
Yeah, stuff like that. But that still, even just with that one turkey leg, I can almost judge from that, like anything else they would have would probably be the best I've ever had.
We need to do next time you're down here. I mean, I know you're not huge into barbecue, but we just need to go do one time where we go sit in line like I've done so many times. Like pick one of those places and go, because it's actually a really cool thing. The people you meet, like from other countries and other places, all just sitting there waiting to gorge out on very expensive barbecue.
And I've never been to any of those places either, and that's the reason.
Because you don't want to sit in line. Like I don't
want to go sit in line at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I've done it at Franklin's. I can't even count the number of times I've done it there, but I did it at Snow's too.
I would love to try Franklin's, but man.
You know what's crazy is the people that you haven't ever heard of. Like a random food truck. Not even a restaurant. Like a random food truck is just there. And this isn't just specific to barbecue.
You mean like a prime
taco
barbecue?
Truck. Yeah. Well, okay.
Hey, cut that out.
Exactly.
No, we're going to leave it. I'm going to call them and ask for a sponsorship.
Exactly. And that, I mean, honestly, and I'm saying that's not specific to barbecue. It can just be, sometimes you got these trucks you've never heard of. It's there. And I know they have these big fairs where several of these trucks or just a gang of these trucks show up, but you'll go try one. And it don't even have to be like a main, like, again, you're not picking like, I want barbecue. Maybe it's a side that they have. It's just like, dude,
macaroni
I had this mac and cheese.
Yes.
Exactly. From this truck that I've never had one like this. So to me, I'd kind of like to go on a food truck run, honestly, more than anything.
There's some
like
really cool stuff that comes out of food trucks now. Just people that don't want a restaurant, they don't want the brick and mortar, they focus on one thing, and it's just banger. I mean, it's so good. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that comes out of those things.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we may or may not have, and I want to, and maybe we throw that on a list at some time. But and I know there's like certain, again, I don't call them festivals. I don't know, events.
Yeah.
There's certain events
they have
where
one
these
in
things. Okay, there you go. So maybe we just hit one of those up when it happens, and we go down there, and we can honestly do kind of a critique of what's going on there. Since they were specifically named Primetime Barbecue, I'll give it a shot. I've heard about it, and I'll definitely go grab some. I just don't find myself in South Texas much. Where do they normally set up?
They set up in Corpus and then in Calallen some.
Okay.
Yep.
All
so
right.
if you're in those areas, go get you a barbecue plate.
Those are the Kansas Cities of Texas.
Shut up.
Lord. For a guy, James.
Are we doing coastal talk now? Because we're going to go a different route.
For a guy who has admittedly, in the last few minutes, not eaten at any of these barbecue places in Texas, how can you sit and argue Texas barbecue? Where are you eating Texas barbecue? You're like, I've never even had it, but it's better because I live in Texas.
Either he's making it or he's having it at my house. That's it. That's
all James is doing.
Full barbecue.
All James is doing is proving my point to where if it's south of the Red River, it's better. It don't have to have an argument. It's just better.
I'm not hating on the Carolina barbecue. Hey, we're talking about sauces. when
I
we're
bet
talking
there's a
about
guy
these
in
different places,
Oklahoma
we're talking
that
about
can
sauces.
whip up some good barbecue.
Disagree.
And all right. Well,
I've seen Lincoln
whatever.
Riley's Twitter feed.
All right.
He burnt that brisket like bad. You don't put that on. You when that happens, that gets thrown in the trash.
Yeah.
Like feed it to the dog and watch him puke later or something. You don't
All right.
put that
I
out
have.
there.
I have had brisket because that's when I say barbecue, that's what I'm talking about. Even though I know that's not
Texas.
exclusive.
I think you're talking about
But-
hot dogs, and I don't think
I
you're
think
talking
you're
about
talking
any
about hot
kind of.
dogs.
All right.
But no, I haven't been to any of the big name places because I'm antisocial
much.
and
Yes,
I don't
we
like.
definitely know
Yeah,
that.
no. Well, I don't even care about the price. I'll pay a little extra to try something that's supposed to be the best or
gonna
whatever.
make a
I
trip
just
up
don't want
to-
to be.
Panther City and Fort Worth. That's one of my favorites.
All right.
Close by.
So apparently
Tex-Mex
James thinks Texas has the best barbecue based on the fact that he had a McRib in Hillsboro, Texas,
I did
from
not.
McDonald's, and it was so good, and that's the best barbecue he's ever had. So,
Again, we're talking McRibs. We're not talking about James. We're talking about John.
oh, don't get me started on the McRib. I've tried to recreate it at home. You can't do it.
no,
you
you
can't
can't
do it.
Because
the
you're using
McRib isn't
actual
real.
pork?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I don't even care. I do not care what it's made out of. McDonald's, please make McRib a full-time number on the value menu.
They could take the sauce that they put on the McRib and smear it on a burger patty, and it's going to be the same.
Then do it. Do it every day for me, please. The
You're not
barbecue
alone.
McDouble. Give
My
it to
wife-
me.
This
My wife, the second she hears that the McRib's out, she's like, I gotta go get a McRib. I'm like, ugh, gross.
this guy talks
Ouch.
shit about us and then starts defending the McRib.
The McRib, not even real
Well,
meat.
I brought that up just to kind of join forces with you, James, because apparently Dickie's Barbecue in Texas is what's really sold you on Texas barbecue.
James's whole barbecue deal comes from when he gets it as a free meal at some family function with the
Apparently, yeah.
school. They done catered somebody to bring it.
We
Yeah,
kind
well,
of got off into the weeds a little bit on the barbecue.
I
and it
mean,
all
I
stemmed
don't
from-
have any
I mean-
receipts to prove that I have had Texas barbecue.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know that
But
you
he
ever
has
even
had
have.
barbecue in
That's it.
Texas. So
That's what I'm saying. That's why I bring up like the McRib. I don't think this guy's ever had Texas specific barbecue ever, even once in his whole life. So, James,
Okay.
your credibility is
man,
very low.
I missed my point because I mixed my deal because when I was figuring out what shirt I was going to wear, I almost wore my brisket shirt for today's podcast. I
Which
should've wore
one?
it.
Was it just
Actually,
the white T-shirt with the brisket
No.
stains?
That's what I was going to say. He has so
No.
many brisket shirts.
It
If
was
you think about it,
It was my built by brisket one. I actually have
okay.
like
All right.
3 or 4 shirts that have something about brisket on it. I might like brisket.
or actual brisket.
You may. I was gonna wear my brisket inflatable costume because he's got one.
And wear my brisket cologne. It smells of post oak.
We know
and
that's not the
beef fat.
cologne.
What?
We know that's not cologne.
I just rub beef tallow all over me when you sweat. Just smells
Oh
like
man!
cooking.
But all right, well, I
We do
think
need to do a
just
tasting though.
that's what I'm saying. I think to make this fair, next one of us in this next year, I'll be going through Kansas City. I think one of us needs to at least hit one of their spots, give it a whirl, and
Yeah.
honestly, and this ain't just being me, toot my own horn here, but I feel like maybe I'm the one who needs to try that because you two sound a little bit biased. And I feel like maybe I can give it an honest. You guys are going to be like, it was pretty good, but it was made in Kansas, so it
You have to
sucks."
have something
So-
to base it off of.
When we had that barbecue,
So it's definitely
it-
not James that's going to try it then.
No, he's going to keep doing the same
This
thing he's
dude's
been
only
doing.
had James has only ever had barbecue. He's had barbecue sauce, craft barbecue on wieners. That's all he's ever had in Texas, and he
James
still
has
talks
had-
shit about Texas barbecue.
James has had the brisket sandwich at Bucky's. That's James's experience with barbecue.
hey,
Brisket on the board.
talk shit all you want, DJ. It's
Yeah, I
not
don't
bad.
need it. I'm out. I've seen
James was
not
baffled
good.
when they told him Bucky's were in other states. He's like, I thought that was Texas specific. Damn it.
Shoot, I was excited. A little piece of Texas all every place I go now.
Whataburger already betrayed me. Not you too, Buc-ee's.
Oh, burgers everywhere.
I mean, they're
I know there's one
out.
in Tennessee.
I mean,
I think there's one.
I mean,
it might be on my route.
They got them in Colorado and southern Chicago now, buddy. So,
like the southern Chicago that I would stop in or not.
I don't know.
Well, it depends.
I haven't been to those ones.
What's the purpose of your trip, DJ? Because you might stop there.
The only time I've been to Chicago was with the guy on the screen here, Johnny, and our experience in South Chicago was the airport, rent a car, out, and bringing it back. That's it.
And plus, if you're in Chicago, you're going pizza. I mean, you can't do anything other than that. You can hit things you got to pizza in Chicago. We hit Geno's East, and that's real. I mean, you will not be disappointed with pizza in Chicago. The only thing I wish we'd have done there too is hit up like a hot dog cart out on the street.
Yeah. Yep.
Chicago dog,
some glizzies.
Yeah, I didn't give you a shot, and I wish I would have.
Yep, we should have hit up some hot
some
dogs.
glizzies
as we're heading out. Yeah, sorry, my son refuses to call them anything but, so now it's stuck in my head.
But yeah, just to go back to the fact is there are some in southern Chicago because, as you guys know and hate, Whataburger is a Chicago-owned franchise. So
yeah, maybe owned now. Texas born and bred.
Shoot.
Yeah. You're going to get off of Texas's genital area.
It was. So anyway, yeah, I mean, that's honestly one of the topics I figured we wouldn't be covering today was barbecue, and it completely took over.
Yep.
Once again, just like it's gone in all of our podcasts, we sit here at an hour and almost 10 minutes, and I think 40 of that has been over barbecue. So you never know where this is going. You never know where it's going. We talk Kansas City soccer action, and then it goes straight into Texas barbecue. And why it may or may not be the best barbecue. So
okay, John, where's the best barbecue?
I'll let the listeners decide.
Yeah, where's the best barbecue, John? Expert.
Duluth, Minnesota.
The best barbecue I've had. I've already said it's in Texas. I've had the best barbecue in Texas.
I figured he was going to say Green Bay. Out in the parking lot.
No, but if you guys want to spend the next hour on cheese curds, we can talk some Green Bay.
Cheese curds and Bloody Marys.
They are good. Cheese curds, not the Bloody Marys.
Well, yeah. Bloody Marys, that's one of those things that I'm not that, and there's not a place that makes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You can't make a good Bloody Mary. It's impossible. That is a terrible combo.
Whoever came up with the idea that said that's a good hangover remedy is to start the day with a Bloody Mary was wrong. We both took one sip of the one we bought and was like, and gave it back. The guy was like, "What's wrong? Did we do something wrong?" We're like, "No, it's just we don't know. Can we just have water, something else?"
Yeah, and these were like $20 drinks, So I mean, we're talking $40+ with tip. I'm just returning and going, just give me a water. This is terrible.
Yeah. Probably not the best time to try a Bloody Mary when you haven't had one. Or for me, I'd never had one. But also, we had a long night, and it was an early morning.
We were suffering a bit there in Green Bay.
We had a good time.
DJ kept us out all night in Appleton.
Yeah, I did.
Sounds like him.
We did. Yeah, and we didn't want to get up in the morning. So I will say DJ did try to save He did try to save the night with the Uber driver. I'm not sure what service we used, but he had him stop at a gas station for Gatorades. So he did try to hydrate prior to going to bed, but it didn't seem to do all that much. Yeah. It was an early morning, but still well worth it. I mean, that's
me and John in Appleton. We met a Santa Claus in a wheelchair, a leprechaun, Taco Bell wanting to get a burrito from somebody.
Yes,
some lady peddling shoes. That was all in the bar.
Never left the bar. Yes.
Never left the bar. All of this happened within a few hours. It was
that is a trip worth. Yeah, that's a trip worth repeating. Though the Green Bay football trip for anybody, if you haven't done that, it's a must. You have to do that. And there's so many more that I want to do. And
actually
bring
it back.
Kansas City back into
I wouldn't mind going to Arrowhead.
Not to bring Kansas City back into this, but Kansas City's on the list. I want to go to Kansas City for a ball game. So Kansas
There it
City,
is.
Seattle, Buffalo. These
Yeah.
are some of my main ones I wouldn't mind hitting for a
Yeah,
game.
especially
for sure.
Buffalo's got the new
Yeah,
stadium going, so probably be a little more comfortable than if you went up there in the Buffalo in the winter before, where it's just an open bowl and you're just getting snowed on, freezing.
Yeah.
Where you get to shovel some snow for your ticket.
And
Now
going
you
back
get
to
a
the
little
Green Bay
covered.
game, we actually, DJ and I went in December,
Yeah.
and up until this day, we attended the warmest game in December at
Yeah.
Lambeau ever. Still
After
till
I
right
done-
now, the warmest
I
game.
done
It
bought-
rained. That was it.
Yeah. I done bought and packed for 20 below, and it's just raining and not
That's
cold.
it. It was rain. No, it wasn't cold at all. I want to say it was 50 something degrees. So I mean, not like warm, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying it was 50 something degrees. It was the warmest game day in Green Bay history at that field, which is Green Bay history because of course they do not move like other teams that you guys might know. Good for you, Green Bay, owned by the people.
Can I get
DJ's
you
waiting for
vetoed out
Dallas
as an
to
owner?
sell out. Yeah. DJ's waiting for
No.
Dallas to sell out to Oklahoma City one day.
I thought you were going to say waiting for Dallas to sell shares. No, because Jerry would still be in control of it. I wouldn't buy the share. Actually, I
You know,
probably
which
would,
brings up
but
He would buy the share.
I would buy the share.
Even-
I don't know why I said that.
Okay.
We all know the
see,
truth.
yeah, I was about to say, that's that Connor McGregor. I'm gonna just say some crazy, outlandish comment. Come on, DJ. No one's buying
Yeah.
that. As a matter of fact, you are the first share owner. You're like share number 1 was sold to DJ Roundsall.
And then he immediately
$250.
takes that money and goes and hires a new food vendor or something instead of getting a player.
So, if anybody listening has a good barbecue spot that hadn't been mentioned, one that we've been to, it can be an actual establishment, a truck. I really don't care. It can be at your backyard. If you think you make good enough barbecue, then go ahead and smoke us. Yeah, smoke us a brisket. We'll come try it.
Yeah,
Just
we're looking
invite
to go into strangers' backyards and eat food you
Well,
serve us.
Come dinner
Just-
time, I will do this. I will come into your backyard and I'll eat your food.
He just needs whatever you cooked and fruit roll-ups.
Yes.
And
DJ, you can't mention that name.
Like, fruit by the foot.
You can't do that one either.
Yeah.
If you got
Beef it.
dehydrated fruits that happen to be rolled up in a package that you bought at the store, we will come eat all that you have.
No, John will come eat all
By
that you have.
we mean John will come
Yeah.
eat all that you have.
I do have a fruit roll-up problem.
Yeah,
I admit that, but
maybe
it's
one
one
of
I
the
don't plan
only
on fixing.
40-something-year-olds that's just eating that stuff nonstop
So
if it's around.
But yes, if you have a suggestion, especially if you're in the Kansas City area, please email deepburnpodcast@gmail.com.
Somebody
Yeah.
may check it one day.
And might
Potentially.
not. I the email or the spot? 'Cause I checked the
Either
email.
one. Oh, you check the email?
Yeah.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you're on something.
You know how many we've received?
Zero.
all right. Well, we need to change that.
Because
So-
And we
nobody emails.
apologize to all of our longtime listeners in the Kansas City area.
Because nobody emails anymore. It's
And-
not,
Well,
not
and all of-
1989.
And all of our longtime loyal listeners around the world for the
Yes.
technical difficulties we've been
The
experiencing the last
millions
couple of
and
weeks.
millions.
yeah, this is where we need Bruce.
Hard.
That's where we need Bruce.
By the way, DJ, if there, I don't know if that is out there, but just for the McGregor fight, and I'm sure it was just as wild for the others, but for the McGregor fight, if you can find a replay of that introduction, watch it.
Is it as bad as the, the 4th of July hot
Oh,
dog contest deal where they,
It is not bad at all. It is. It is
I mean,
amazing.
like,
He
funny,
gets,
long.
yeah.
You
Like
know,
John
if
said,
we would,
There's no
if we'd
blood
have just
in
started
any
the
part.
show with it, like we could have just played the clip, we'd only had 13 minutes of filler. That's all we'd have had after that. 13 minutes filler and show's over.
instead of
It
like a
would've-
music new band reaction, it's just reaction to Buffer's intro or whatever
I've
his name
never
is.
seen somebody get so much out of so little. That dude.
He's good at it.
He
I like
is.
it. I
He
like
is.
it.
He's like, oh yeah, I can't say let's get ready to rumble. Hold my beer.
Yeah. Don't need to. Don't need to. Yep. All right. But yeah, that's again, to wrap it up, I didn't think that's where we were going to go with it, but I'm going to stay on that. James, you stay on the email. Maybe one day somebody emails us something, and that'd be awesome.
Hey, we're going to get flooded after this one.
Yeah.
But I guess what we'll have to do is just start talking noise about everyone's barbecue. Maybe if we really start dogging everyone's barbecue, then we'll start getting emails. Even if it's hate mail, that's better than no mail.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
send us the hate mail. 2/3 of us think Texas barbecue could never be beaten, even though 1/3 of the 2/3 has never even eaten Texas barbecue. He just knows it was made within the state line.
I did not get a receipt because I didn't know that we were going to bring ink and paper into this.
So if you think your barbecue and or your favorite barbecue spot can beat wieners and Kraft barbecue sauce on a grill in James's backyard, holler at us and we'll come see if you're right.
Well, I was trying to look up that food truck thing in Waco. When is that?
It's like
I know they do it like
it's like March or April. Yeah, they have a Facebook
Is it the
page.
Margarita salsa thing, or is that a different?
It's a food truck showdown.
Yeah, and they it's just
when is it?
I think it's March or April. I said April. Yeah,
they've got a whole website,
spring.
and I don't see anywhere that they mention when it is. So good.
I'm telling you, I've been to
good promotion.
That's when it is.
Okay, DJ. Okay.
Yeah, James. I don't know why you're looking it up.
Listen to me.
So he's got it nailed down to March and April. So I guess what we do, Deep Burn is going to show up in Waco on March 1st. And we are going to wait there through the end of April until this food truck thing happens. Because DJ has it within a 60-day window here.
It's better than James is. He's just like, they ain't got a date. Like, okay.
Okay.
In that area.
So they posted on Instagram. April 11th, 2026 was this year's. So,
yeah, see, April. Thank you.
So there we go. April.
Nailed it.
All right. Well,
got it. I know what I'm talking about.
Let's do that.
Food, and I'm fat.
So because of this, there's about 18 topics we weren't able to get to today. I did want to talk about the Seahawks being bought out, and I just want to dive into that just a little bit.
So
but we're not going to do it. I mean,
next episode.
We're just not going to. Yeah, we're just
okay. So
we're gonna have to jump. We're gonna have to jump off here.
So in 3 months, get ready for us in our next episode to talk about the Seahawks.
We're getting close to football season. We're fixing to get into our wheelhouse.
Yeah, we'll get into some Seahawks.
I know a lot about the Seahawks.
There's been a bit of lag. Yeah, there's been a bit of lag in. Oh my God,
yeah.
Aggies fans. I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have to deal with these two guys.
Jay, bringing the fire on the way out the door.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything you're not used to and that you expect.
Facts.
But yeah, You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. A couple of fans here, but yeah, no, we'll talk about it.
Really gonna get it Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's not really, I guess, huge news, just the fact that they were bought, and it was a record sale. It just shows where the NFL has gone. I mean, $9.6 billion was the purchase price for the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not discrediting the Seattle Seahawks. I'm just saying $9.6 billion for the Seattle Seahawks. That's crazy. It just shows going forward, any team that is bought, that's where we are. That's where we are. Yeah, that's where the value of this is gone. So good job, NFL, because damn, that is a lot of money.
Cheddar.
Yeah. So we can touch on that on the next one. And yeah, like DJ said, we're in July now. We're going into training camps. College football is starting up. Spring games coming. All the rankings are coming out, whether we're talking fantasy football or just actual rankings for things. So, I mean, these are all things that I want to dive into that we're all going to see people sending these out. We can sit and argue them. We can talk about how they don't make sense, how they do make sense. So for the next 8 months, episodes are going to write themselves, which is awesome.
It's going to be so great. And then it's going to be like, what do we talk about?
Well, I mean, honestly, we don't even have to worry about that. Like I said, we just went into barbecue for, I mean, it's literally going to go where it goes. We're never going to, we don't run out of material. Now, it may not be interesting to every single person, but one thing's going to lead to another, and we're going to be talking about it. So, no, I feel like, just like on the last episode, I feel like this one, we went right into it the way we wanted to. Each time we do this, I feel better about it, honestly. So, got no bones with where we went in this one here.
You should try
We didn't
soccer.
get to talk as much trash about Texas sports.
Nobody?
But I did get to offer a few jabs about some Texas barbecue. So
yeah, I was going to say.
As long as I get to give an elbow to Texas in each episode, I'm good.
Yeah. So all Texas people, send your hate mail to whatever the Deep Burn
Podcast at gmail.com.
Johnny
Yeah,
Cakes.
let Johnny Cakes know how you feel as a homer there in Texas. And I will entertain it. I want the actual argument without it just being, well, it's Texas. I mean, give me some good valid points.
If I could just give a personal message to Steve Sarkisian, please win the title this year so that we can shut this shit talking bastard up.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Even that wouldn't do it. So whatever.
It wouldn't. That's why I was shaking my head. Now they may win the title. They won't, but they may, and we'll see.
Okay.
There's a little preview of football season for everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Buckle up.
I mean, well, again, I think the main point to take away is, I mean, from both sides is like, yeah, you guys are obviously going to support that, and I'm not going to. But it's not necessarily because I'm being completely biased. It's just they're not going to because they're inside the Texas state lines. See, it's the same argument, just the other way. See,
Take my headphones off.
It goes both ways, guys.
Hypocritical.
Yeah.
All right. No, but no, we will. Yeah, we will. We're going to wrap it up. And we will get into. Yeah, we will get into that. I don't know.
Texas
Maybe I don't know if I have some media for wrapping it up. I don't. But that's okay. We're going to talk some
football
Texas
season.
football. And I'll tell you what, I'll give them a fair shot in the argument of college football. So we can spend the next week diving into, or you know what? I'll spend the next week diving into it because you guys don't even have to. But we'll dive into it. I'll come up with some fair arguments, and we'll lay them out.
For what?
Okay, I'm game for
college football.
You're going to research
episode 4.
You're going to research Texas shit talking.
No, episode 4. We're going into college football. No. I'm going to talk. We're just going to talk college football as a whole.
Stepping out of
and we're going to see where Texas lands.
You're finna.
Well, I mean, maybe.
Connor, come on and step in the ring, Connor. Come on, step in the ring, Connor.
Maybe I'm
try that scissor kick.
Yep. Okay. Well, and that's a little unfair. That's a little unfair because I don't necessarily need to come in, do a scissor kick, and blow out my knee just for Texas to do what I'm saying they're probably going to do. So we'll see. Yep. But either way, that's for another episode. Episode 4, college football. I'm going to call it now. So let's brush up on that. Everybody else can get ready to listen to what these guys, or not, but listen to what these 3 guys think we may be seeing in the upcoming. We can go ahead and throw this out if somebody knows. When does college season start? So football, NFL, we're talking beginning of September. College football, is that the end of August?
It's the end of August. So I can give you the exact date, 2 seconds.
So we're talking just a little over a month before college football action.
Yeah, like August 29th.
Week 1, August 22nd to September 7th.
There we go.
So we're a little over a month out.
It's not a lot of games on the 29th. Well, I guess there's a handful.
We are
mostly
so close.
Smaller schools, but it doesn't matter. It's college football. Like seasons here.
What do they call that? Is it week 0?
Week 0, yeah.
Week 0. There we go. All right. Either way, football's football. I'll take a week -3 if they'll start them.
Yeah, no shit.
We can start football in June, guys. There's no need in waiting. Yeah, we can make spring games week 1.
Yeah.
Like just make them count. Like how does Texas beat Texas? Well, we'll figure it out. Just do it. It's week 1.
I'll watch Sacramento State and West Kentucky. I don't give a shit. Just give me
There's no
something.
such thing. Yeah, there's no such thing as too much football. And I know they've been expanding again, just talking. I mean, they've been trying to stretch the NFL has gone into 18 games now, or is it 17? 17 weeks.
But there's 18 weeks.
17. Yeah, 17 games, but 18 weeks. So they've been trying to stretch it out. I understand football is one of the things you can't do year round, but anyone who is a football fan understands it feels like other sports are year round.
Yes.
And you got to wait. You got this huge black hole of no football, and that's what's exciting about episode 4 coming up is we're going into football. It's happening. Football news is happening. Predictions are happening, and that's what we're going to get. So regardless of your take and regardless of how ridiculously my takes may be about Texas, we're talking football, so it's good. All right, Texas Tech, get ready, guys, because y'all are about to get it again. Episode 1 coming back around.
Gear up, because Abilene Christian is just around the corner, Tech.
Yeah. Hey, all Cody Campbell, we're still seeing your takes. We'll hit on them next week.
Yeah, everybody is.
All right, guys. See you in episode 4.
Yep.